fairly soon.
That's President Trump talking about this situation that is just continuing to be a national story. Connor Finnegan, ABC News correspondent at the State Department. It seems like, Connor, that Donald Trump has changed the rhetoric just a little bit. Connor Finnegan?
Hey, can you hear me, McGraw?
Yeah, you're good. It seems like President Trump has changed the rhetoric a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I was just saying, as soon as Secretary of State Mike Pompeo got back from that trip to Saudi Arabia and Turkey, he briefed President Trump in the Oval Office. And that's really when we began to hear the change in tone from the president. As you played just now, he finally admitted what many have long believed for going on 2.5 weeks, that Jamal Khashoggi is dead. He didn't go so far as to say the Saudis are responsible or anything like that. And the U.S. has continued to push for a Saudi and a Turkish investigation to finally have some answers before we can jump to any conclusions. But he said strongly that if the Saudis are responsible, there will be repercussions for them.
Do we know if Mike Pompeo heard this audio or not?
He strongly denies hearing any audio. He strongly denies receiving any transcripts. But a senior Turkish official told my colleague Ian Panel over in Istanbul that they played for him in his meeting in Ankara some of the audio of what happened inside the consulate. Again, that's something that he and his staff continued to deny, but Turkish officials say that it was part of the meeting, and it could be what's responsible for this change in tone by President Trump.
Yeah, we're hearing about this investigation by Saudi Arabia. How trustworthy how much trust can we put in this investigation by Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I'm not sure how believable Saudi investigations have been in the past, especially when they're investigating themselves. But as President Trump said, and as Vice President Mike Pence said yesterday as well, the U.S. will not be relying solely on the Saudi investigation. The Turks really have the lead as the country on the ground where this unfolded. The U.S. also then has its own intelligence, and will be sort of processing our own intelligence along with what the Turks say and what the Saudis say.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about our own intelligence? We're pretty good at listening in places we shouldn't be listening to.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of these leaks have come out, that perhaps the U.S. picked up some intelligence, picked up some intercepts among Saudi officials that show that the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman may have ordered this plot himself.
Do we have any idea how long these investigations how long they're going to take?
We don't know how long they're going to take, but the Trump administration seems to be pretty clear with the Saudis that they can't take all day. They don't have much time. I'd heard from one source earlier in the week that they hope to have answers by the end of the week, by today. Whether or not the Saudis think that they can conduct a full investigation by them, or if they'll continue to stall for more time, remains to be seen. But I would imagine the next 48 hours or so, the U.S. is really going to be putting the pressure on them to have an answer.
Connor Finnegan, ABC News correspondent at the State Department. Thanks, Connor.